Welcome back to another episode of Maverick Showdown. Today we are joined with three amazing women, the first of which is known for inspiring everybody's favorite artist. Hannah, how did you get so successful?
Well, that's a wonderful question. I've been in the music industry since I was an embryo, and so I like to play.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
And I mean, being everybody's favorite artist inspiration, that's gotta be a great feeling.
I love the chip that lives on my shoulder.
Hey, no better way of feeling it. And next, we have the woman who's able to decipher any riddle given to her.
Yes.
What's your method for going about that, Sydney?
I don't really have a method. It really just kind of comes naturally to me, and the voices in my head, they just kind of tell me the answer.
I mean, I wish I had that ability. I wish the voices in my head would tell me answers, but instead they just leave me with more questions.
Right.
So. And finally, we have the woman who is known for creating the first bowl of pasta ever. Caitlin, how did you figure out the recipe for pasta and put it together?
Listen, I really love bread, but I like soft bread. So I figured out how to boil the wheat to figure out how to make pasta.
That's an ingenious idea, and we're all glad that you did because pasta has been around for a long time. We all like pasta. So, with that being said, let's get right into the game. There are 4 categories, 5 questions per category, and if you get a question right, you'll get a point. We're going to start off with Hannah. What category would you like to go to first?
Wow. Okay. That's a wonderful question. Thank you very much for asking me. I think I want to start with sports.
All right. Sports to start it off. What is the official duration of one NFL quarter? Oh, Sydney.
15 minutes.
Is it 15 minutes? Yes. Sydney, off to a hot start. 1 question, 1 answer. And if you want, you can change the category, or if you want to stick with sports, you can.
Let's just keep it going.
Says let's keep it going. On to the next sports question. What do we have? What sport is traditionally played at Wimbledon? Ooh, Sydney again.
Tennis.
Tennis. Is that correct? It is indeed. Sydney, taking a stride here. Do you want to stick with
let's
sports?
just ride this out.
All right. Ride it out, she says. See what the next question is. What NFL team had an undefeated season, including winning the Super Bowl? Oh, Caitlin.
The Kansas City Chiefs?
Is it the Kansas City Chiefs? No, it's unfortunately the Miami Dolphins. No points yet for Caitlin, but we'll be sticking with sports here for the next question. What do we have? What team has won the most Women's World Cup tournaments in soccer?
Brazil?
Hannah, is it Brazil? No, it's the United States.
Embarrassing.
Which means we'll be finishing up sports here. 1 last question to go. What do we have? How many players are allowed on a baseball field at one time?
9?
Ooh. Is it 9, Hannah guesses? It is 9. Hannah, getting on the board. If we take a look at the scoreboard right now, Hannah with 1 point, Sydney with 2, and Caitlin sitting behind with 0. Still anybody's game, though. And Hannah, you get to choose what category we go on to next.
Let's hit history.
History, she says. What is our first history question of this episode? What 2 states joined the Union during the Missouri Compromise? Hannah?
Missouri and Kansas.
Missouri and Kansas, is that correct? It's Missouri and Maine.
I got one
Close,
of
but
them.
not quite. And we'll be going on to our second history question here. What is our second history question? Who was the first person to fly around the world? Caitlin.
Amelia Earhart.
Is it Amelia Earhart? No, it was
That was the
Riley
wrong plane.
Post.
That was the wrong plane.
Amelia Earhart didn't quite make it around the world. Kind of lost her at 1 point, but it's a good guess. She attempted it, so. Let's go on to the next history question. What do we got? Who assassinated President James Garfield? Any guesses here? Hannah.
Lasagna.
lasagna. I don't mind the guess. Honestly, his answer was Charles Guiteau, but I don't know. Guiteau and lasagna kind of seem like they'd, they seem very similar words in my opinion. I don't know if lasagna is technically French, but they seem both French. But that means we are on to our next history question, still stuck in the history category. What is it? What major U.S. city was destroyed in Hurricane Katrina in 2005? Hannah.
New Orleans.
Is it New Orleans? It is indeed. Hannah getting a second point here, tying herself up with Sydney. As you get to choose what category we go on to next.
How many more do we have of history?
We have one more of history.
Okay, let's finish it out.
All right, finish up history, she says.
Write it.
What language did ancient Egyptians use? Caitlin.
Hieroglyphics?
Is it hieroglyphics? It is indeed. Caitlin getting herself on the board with the final history question. Still, anybody's game. If we want to look at the scores, Hannah has 2, Sydney with 2, and Caitlin just right there with 1. Still, anybody's game. Still very close. And Caitlin, you're going to choose what category we go on to next. We have movies and pop culture.
Let's try pop culture.
All right, pop culture it is. What is our first pop culture question? Who is the creator of the Star Wars franchise?
Oh,
Hannah.
wait. Well, I was going to say Lucas, but I think that's a character. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and put something out there.
Oh, my God. No. That is my guess.
We'll take Lucas as the guest. Was it Lucas? It is George Lucas, which will give you the point. So, Hannah, you get to choose now whether or not you want to go to or stick with pop culture or go to movies.
Let's go to movies.
Says let's go to movies. Our first movie question of this game. What do we have? Name the actor of Ann Wheeler from The Greatest Showman. Hannah.
Zendaya?
Is it Zendaya? It is indeed Hannah taking the lead here as she gets the movie question right. Do you want to stick with movies or go back to pop culture?
Back to pop culture.
Back to pop culture. We're just ping-ponging right now. What is our next pop culture question? Finish the vine. Hey, babe, happy 1 year. Any guesses? Oh, Caitlin, last second buzzer.
I'm really guessing this one. I'm just going to say I got you a croissant. It's not right, but I know that.
Is it I got you a croissant? No, it's I'm 27.
From what?
Okay, well.
It's a vine.
A vine?
Which means, yeah, it's a vine. Which means we're going to be sticking with pop culture. What is our next pop culture question? Who wrote The Great Gatsby? Hannah.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Is it F. Scott Fitzgerald? It is indeed Hannah. Swooping in right now. Getting herself her 5th point. Do you want to go back to movies or do you want to stick with pop culture?
Movies.
All right, we're back to movies. What is our next movie question? Who said it? Pull the lever, Kronk.
Oh, what is that girl's name?
Ooh, this one's got him deep in thought here.
Oh, she's
What do we got?
bald. Bald? She has the crazy hair.
Looks like it's just on the tips of everybody's tongue. Can they think of it?
It's
Ooh.
not Edna, but that's what I'm going to say.
Is it Edna? No, it's Yzma. Very, 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 very close, but not quite. We are on to our next movie question here. What do we got? Who is the youngest friend on the show Friends? Oh, Hannah.
Monica?
Is it Monica? No, unfortunately, it is Phoebe, which means we are still stuck in the movie category. So, what is our next movie question? Who kills Jabba the Hutt in Star Wars Episode 6? Return of the Jedi.
What's with the Star Wars questions? Han
Hannah.
Solo.
Is it Han Solo? No, it is Leia.
Oh.
Very close, but not quite. I
It was a
mean,
character for sure.
they were characters. They were both main characters, so I can see it. Anyway, I think we have one more movie question here. So, let's finish up the movie category. We have, what is the fictional world? Ooh, Sydney.
Arendelle.
Is it Arendelle? Sydney, that is correct. Getting another move on as we go to pop culture with our final 2 questions here. What is our next pop culture question? How tall is Ryan Reynolds? Hannah.
5'9".
Is he 5'9"? He's actually 6'2".
Big
boy.
So not quite 5'9", just a little off. And that'll bring us to our final question of the game with one more pop culture question. What is it? Who voiced Woody from Toy Story? Hannah.
Oh my god. Why did I forget his name? No, this is silly. Tom Hanks.
Is it Tom Hanks? What a pull
did it.
off of not remembering. Hannah gets the point, and that will end our show. That will end it with a final score of Hannah 6, Sydney 3, and Caitlin 1. You guys didn't do too bad. I think you guys did amazing. So
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Maverick Showdown. Thank you guys for coming on. It meant a lot. And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace out.